Hello and welcome to Cricket Under Presents Cricket Addicts episode 9 with the Adelaide background. I'm back at Adelaide. No, I'm not just joking, but Advait is still in Jai Shah's house. That doesn't change, and that won't change for the next 3 years until Jai Shah is the honorary secretary of the BCCI. But we need some big news from the honorary secretary because there are a lot of talks, as our title suggests, about the IPL retention and its rumors and how many retentions are allowed and which player is getting traded to which team and all that stuff. We'll come to that. We'll first discuss about the India Sri Lanka series and the ongoing England West Indies series. Let's start with the England West Indies series. Advait, West Indies batted first yesterday, scored 282, got bowled out on day one. England were 38 for 3 on day one, and today are 157 for 5 in reply. Joe Root has scored another half century, whereas Ben Stokes is batting on 48. What do you make of the game at this stage? Game 50-50, you could say, or do you think West Indies are slightly ahead if they can get one of these two batters in the next half an hour once the match starts after the lunch break?
I guess West Indies are a bit ahead just considering that England will be batting fourth. So
Mhm.
all batting fourth will always be a tough ask. And especially we have seen in the match, if you get one, you are gonna get wickets in a heap. Because
Mhm.
it happened in first match where the first, I guess the opening partnership was 76, some 70 odd, and then there were 3 to 4 quick wickets. Then there was another partnership between Holder and who's the wicketkeeper?
Joshua
And
De
then
Silva,
yes,
Joshua De
Joshua De
Silva, yeah.
Silva. Once again the partnership got broken. There was a flurry of wickets. Same thing happened yesterday, and even to an extent, same thing happened today when there was quick 2 wickets again. So if West Indies managed to somehow get a wicket of Ben Stokes or Joe Root, I guess there might be a possibility that 2 to 3 quick wickets of England might fall, and West Indies might take that 30 to 40 lead, which would be decisive on this pitch. Considering that in the first innings the score wasn't about 300, and in the second innings the score could be around 250. So
Yeah.
even a lead of 30 and West Indies getting on the 230 to 40, it could be a tough, tricky task on this pitch.
Yeah, I think that sets up the game nicely. If West Indies can get a couple of wickets in the next session, get Joe Root or Ben Stokes, particularly at the start of the session, and as you say, there can be a flurry of wickets, which will lead to a 30-40 run lead for the West Indies, which could be crucial in a game like this, where both teams have scored below 300. If possible, England as well will get bowled out below 300. Let's touch on Jason Holder and Joshua De Silva. I think that was a pretty important partnership because they were reeling at 121 30 for 5, a 100-run partnership between those two. Holder getting his half century, but Joshua De Silva getting out on 49. How crucial was that partnership? Because or else West Indies could have been bowled out under 200, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, especially the knock of Jason Holder because at one time England bowlers were getting those economic overs there, but in came Bashir, and I guess that hitting by Jason Holder to Bashir,
Hmm.
especially I guess
Hmm.
hit 1 6 and 2 4 in within the spell of two within his 2 overs or something like that.
Correct,
I guess
correct.
that just turned the momentum towards West Indies because till that point of time it seemed that West Indies might get allowed within 200 or something that like on something like the score because after a really good great opening partnership there was a flurry of wicket. The I guess something was happening there was a bit of movement of the pitch. West Indian batsmen were not able to cope up to the situation, and then a bowling all rounder and along with the wicket keeper, that was a great innings. That was a great partnership by both of them. Yes, the wicket keeper I guess was a bit unlucky to get on 49 because the ball wasn't that great. It was outside of stump. He could have just left the delivery, and he might have just put it a bit. But yeah, that's what it is called as nervous. That was a score of 49. He wanted to get that quick and get to the 50. It happened sometime, but yeah, overall that was a great partnership, which brought back the game. I guess you can compare this partnership to the great partnership between Shardul Thakur and Washington Sundar that took place at Gaba, I guess.
Yes,
Yes,
at Gaba
on
in the
160 for
first
yes,
innings, when
yes,
India were around 180 for 6,
yes.
and which helped India get past 300, which reduced the first innings lead to around 30. And then obviously we all know the story as what happened at Gaba. Can we
Yes.
repeat it this year, 2024, the BGT again? Let's see. It's gonna be very, very, very interesting
And Pant is
because
also back.
yes, Rishabh Pant hopefully is back in the test format
And we
as well.
might even get Washington Sundar.
We might get Washington Sundar. Let's see. Let's see. Shardul Thakur, obviously, they're always around the test squad, especially in overseas tours. So you never
Yes.
know. Let's see what happens with the BGT. That's a long way away, but let's just quickly discuss about the England batting as well. To be honest, they were 54 for 5, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
All the youngsters getting bowled out, getting out pretty cheaply. Zach Crawley, Ben Duckett, Ollie Pope, but even Mark Wood, who was sent in as a not a night watchman, they call it a night hawkeye or something like that, where you just have to go and hit the ball, is what Stuart Broad has said. He was that designated person before he retired, and now it's Mark Wood, is what we have seen. But obviously, couldn't get going, got out on a duck. 54 for 5, and you have the experienced duo in Joe Root and Ben Stokes once again putting up their hand. I think Joe Root, once again, let's discuss about him. Averages above 50 now, test average. The talk already has started, and I have played a part in it because I sent in a message. I don't think if I don't know if I sent it to you, but I sent it to quite a few people saying that Joe Root has the chance of breaking Sachin Tendulkar's record. I'll get that message out. Till then, we will discuss this partnership because in 2 minutes, the lunch break is getting over and this partnership will resume. 54 for 5. England could have been bowled out around 130, 140 if things wouldn't have been like they are right now. The partnership, 103-run partnership, how crucial it is. And do you think this partnership will continue after the lunch break, which will help England get a lead in the first innings?
Yeah, definitely. This is a crucial partnership because at 54 for 5, with just, I guess, one or two batsmen left after this, it was a crucial partnership because I guess these two are the most senior pros in this team.
Mhm.
Ben Stokes, the captain, and Joe Root, the previous captain. So it was important for both of them to step up because, as we know, Joe Root, I guess, is the world's second best test batsman at this point of time. So it was expected that when the team falls, it's up to the two most senior pros, and especially the way Ben Stokes, I guess Ben Stokes hasn't at the best of in India series. He wasn't betting. He wasn't at his best. Then there was that World Cup where he wasn't scoring that runs. He just came out of the retirement. He wasn't looking that good. He was looking a bit of rusty. So I guess this series he had to prove himself that Ben Stokes still has the capability, because even after the baseball, England are not even, I guess, in the top four. The
In the
in the
WTC final,
Yes,
they're definitely not in the top four. They were ninth
yes,
before the series started. They're slowly climbing up the ladder. But yeah, they were now they are sixth, I guess. So yeah.
yes. Before the start of the series, they were nine. So, however big the talks were of baseball, that we will play aggressive, we will go for winning. That it seems an exciting brand of cricket. We are enjoying the brand of cricket, but that's not giving them the results that they would have thought that it would give, because being at the ninth out of that, because 10 teams play for this, and if you are ninth means you are second from the bottom. That's not where you wanna be. If you are overhyping stuff like this, so it is quite a crucial no, partnership, considering the overall aspect, because if you get all out under 100 or 100 and 115 approximately, then it would have been, the talks would have been there. What's the use of baseball if you can't beat West Indies, and all those talks would have been around the globe around again. So that's quite an important
Yeah.
partnership.
Yeah, I think you made a good point about Ben Stokes. He didn't have a great India series. He started off well, got that 50 in the first couple of
Yes.
test matches before Bumrah bowled him. But then in the last three test matches, if I remember correctly, he came to bat and Kuldeep got him out in the first over, second over, and he was not able to score at least, not even like double digits, if I'm not
Yes.
wrong. And then obviously in the ODI World Cup, he wasn't at his best. He got 100, came out of retirement and all that. But yeah, even in this series, he didn't start off well, and now he's slowly getting runs. Got a 50 in the last game. He's on 48 in this innings as well, as lunch ends, and we will be back for the second session. But talking about Joe Root, I have got that message which I had sent a couple of people, so I will explain you what my logic was. Joe Root currently has 11,940 runs from 142 test matches at an average of 50 with 32 hundreds and 62 fifties. That's first of all exceptional numbers. Secondly, he's just 33.
Yes.
Not only that, Joe Root is quite a fit guy. and doesn't play T20 internationals for England. So considering his schedule, I'm thinking that he can play for another 5 years. 33 plus 5, 38 years. I think that's a fair ask from Joe Root, a fit guy. He's not also the captain of England, so there's not like not any added pressure or anything. So as we said, currently he has like around 11,940 runs. He has gone past Bran Lara. He will go past Sir Alistair Cook in the next couple of test matches, who is England's leading run scorer, 12,400, around that mark. So England on an average plays 14 tests per year,
in a
which
year.
translates
Okay.
to 70 tests in 5 years. So if we consider he doesn't play all 70 tests, he's rested or gets injured. Let's assume he misses 5 tests, 65 tests in 5 years. That's 13 per year. I think again fair enough. And he plays around 1.8 innings per test match. So 65 tests, that would be around another 110 innings. 110 innings, and he averages 50. Let's assume he averages 45 over the next 110 innings. That's over 4,500 runs. He's currently 11,419. You add that 4,500, that's exactly 15,921. I mean, not exactly, but 15,921 is Sachin Tendulkar's tally for the most test runs. It looks highly likely that if Joe Root can play for another 5 years, again, a big if Joe Root
Yes.
plays for another 5 years with the consistency he's currently marking, can he break Sachin Tendulkar's record?
Root
Advait,
is
your
already in
thoughts on it?
12,000.
He
11,998.
yeah, he did. Sorry, how many?
11,998.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't add today's numbers, obviously, like the 58. I,
Yes.
I I had 11,940 before the test match started. So now it's 11,998. So it's just like 2 runs away from 12,000. So it's just like 3,921 runs away from Sachin
Basically
Tendulkar.
4,000 runs away. He
Yeah,
just
let's
needs another
let's
4K.
yeah, for easy calculations, 4,000 runs, and with what we calculated, he can easily get to 4,500 even if he averages 45 in the next
Means
5 years.
basically he needs 800 in each calendar year. Just another 800 runs.
Correct. 800
Yes.
runs in
He
14 test matches, 13 test
yeah,
matches.
just let's guess he just plays for 20 innings. Even for 20 innings, he just needs to score at an average of 40 per innings.
Yeah, so that
That's
is,
the
I
minimum
mean,
number. Yes.
exactly. And it's not like he will score 40 every innings, but it's like
Yes.
120 and a 40. That's already 160 in 2 innings. So that's like more than enough. So yeah,
And especially the way the wickets have been provided by England, I guess
yeah.
that should be quite easy task.
Yeah,
Because
as long
because
as
I
Ben
remember.
Stokes is the captain, the
Yes.
pitches will remain the same. So batting will be easy. So Joe
Yes.
Root will score runs, isn't it? So yeah, go ahead.
Yes, definitely. Because I guess before the start of Ben Stokes and Brendan McCullum era, his average wasn't 50. It was approximately around 48 or 49, I guess. It
Correct,
was between the
correct.
range of 48 49. But since the time baseball means McCullum and Ben Stokes have joined their hands, his
While
average has
as we
exponential.
speak, Joe Root has got 12,000 runs in Test cricket. He has smashed
Congratulations, Joe
another
Root.
boundary, another milestone, and Joe Root gets ever so close to Sachin Tendulkar. Yeah, go
Yes,
ahead.
definitely. So I do guess that I guess each and everyone who is playing for them, considering Ben Duckett, Jack Roll, each and every one of them's average has gone up except for Ben Stokes. I guess he's the only player whose average has gone down.
Yeah.
So I do guess till the time he retires, his average might around be like 53, 54, with around at 50, 15,000, 16,000 runs he might get. I do guess that
So
will
we are
happen soon.
looking at a record-breaking feat by Joe Root. We will clip this probably and put it on Instagram so that it remains as a proof. It will remain as a proof on YouTube, so
Yes.
we can definitely find it when Joe Root crosses Sachin Tendulkar. There were similar talks for Alistair Cook, let's be honest, but Alistair Cook retired pretty early. He still, if you look at 34, he had 12,400 runs.
I guess he played even for County after that, and
Yeah,
he
he
was
played
scoring
a couple
centuries.
of seasons, 3 seasons for
Yes.
County, got centuries, but I think
Yes.
he was just, I don't know, he was just like probably had a bit too much at the international level. He wasn't scoring runs before that India series, if you remember, and then in that final Test match, he scored 100 against India. But there was a lot of pressure on Alistair Cook. Having said that, they didn't have any other openers at that point of time, so Alistair Cook could have played a lot more. but he decided on his own to take retirement, which hopefully would not be the case for Joe Root, and hopefully he's not also forced to retire like Jimmy Anderson, where he's just 4 wickets away from breaking a record. And then, like assume if Joe Root is like 20 runs away from Sachin Tendulkar, and they say that this is his last Test match, he can't
I
play
guess we
another
had
Test.
that chat on WhatsApp regarding this.
Yeah,
That Joe
yeah.
Root might be having 400 runs remaining, and Ben Stokes says that this is your last match. Just go score around 400, and he scores at 300 runs, and he gets out.
Hey, yeah, that would be insane again. Let's see, 2024 right now, 2029, lot of time remaining. But he has time on his hand, 33, 38, 5 years to go. He can
Yeah,
easily play.
definitely.
And as we spoke, he doesn't play T20 internationals. He does play ODIs, and he's a important part of that ODI team. And he will be part of the 2027 ODI World Cup, is what I'm assuming, even though he will be 36 at that stage. But he is that glue at number three, which they require for with the openers. I guess Phil Salt will come in the England ODI side. You might see Ben Duckett come in because they are like leaving out Johnny Bairstow. He's already left out of this Test squad. So you have to see how the ODI team is shaping up. But I think Joe Root is irreplaceable in that ODI team as of now at number three. So yeah, he will play ODIs. He will play Tests, but the major chunk of the calendar is T20 internationals. And if he's
Yes.
not playing T20 internationals, he's a lot of time to recover, to stay fit, to remain fit, and improve on his skills, which he keeps doing.
And I guess the best part about Joe Root that that he's a brilliant player of spin. So he
Correct.
will even score runs when it comes to India. He scores runs. So I guess that's the biggest plus for Joe Root, that even when he will travel to subcontinent, he will be scoring runs.
Correct.
Whether be it Pakistan, whether be it India, whether be it Sri Lanka or be it Bangladesh, it's not like just that he will score runs in England, Africa or Australia. He will scoring runs even in the subcontinental conditions. So that's the biggest plus for Joe Root, I guess.
Yeah, he does score runs across conditions, and if you remember correctly, he's got that double hundred at Chennai in 2021, the Test match which they won, and the only
Yes.
Test match which India lost in that 2021 series. Rest it was 3-1, but he got that double hundred. He got a couple of double hundreds before that in Sri Lanka. So he has scored runs in the subcontinent and scored runs heavily. So definitely, as you say that he will score across conditions, and then that will help to get his average and runs tally up. Now, coming back to the India Sri Lanka series, I think the great thing which happened in the last week was that press conference where Gautam Gambhir and Ajit Agarkar revealed a lot of things. In fact, cleared a lot of doubts which even we had, like the Ravindra Jadeja one. That was the big one, whether he was dropped from the ODI squad. And Ajit Agarkar was pretty clear in saying that because there were just three ODIs, Akshar Patel and Ravindra Jadeja, only one of them could have played all the three ODIs. So they have chosen to play Akshar Patel because Jadeja, being an extremely important cog of that Test team, he will play all five home tests, and hopefully if he stays fit, all five BGT tests as well. So that's a 10 test calendar for the next 6 to 8 months, which is going to be hectic. And as we know, Ravindra Jadeja is currently if not on the right rankings, he's definitely the number one all-rounder in test cricket, because the way he bats, the way he bowls, the average with the bat, the average with the ball is right up there. So I think that was something which needed clarification, and it's good on Ajit Agarkar's part that he came out and said that Jadeja is not dropped, because he did have a good World Cup, as we discussed last time. 5 wicket haul
Yes.
against Sri Lanka, South Africa, 3 wickets against Australia in that opening game. He kept picking up wickets, scored crucial runs in some of the games. Obviously, didn't get to bat a lot in the World Cup, but yeah. So important that Jadeja gets three ODIs before the Champions Trophy. I guess the England series, which is in Jan, so he will play that. But do you think he's still a first choice in the 11, or it will be a direct shootout between Jadeja and Akshar?
Uh, just going back the current form, I guess Akshar should be chosen ahead of Jadeja because Akshar has proven time and again that he has improved his batting. Because Jadeja was getting picked up in a team because he was a better batsman till I guess 2018, 2019, just before the COVID hit, or even 1 or 2 years later till the COVID, 2020. You can guess Jadeja was the better batsman of both. But Akshar has proven even in Test and especially in T20s that he is the better batsman, especially in T20s. In Test, you can debate that Jadeja is a better batsman because he bats higher up the order. I guess that's one reason that Jadeja gets more runs. Akshar can also score those runs if needed. If he's promoted to the number with Jadeja bats, like the number 6 position or number 5, depending on the condition. If Akshar is promoted to that number, I guess Akshar will also score those runs. But for test, I guess Jadeja is the first. Jadeja is first choice. But if we consider solely for ODI, I guess Akshar should be the first choice because he has proven that he is a better bowler. He was always a better bowler than Jadeja, and now he's proving that if not better, he's an equivalent in the is an equivalent good is as equivalent as a good batsman as Ravindra Jadeja is, if not better.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. So you're suggesting that the Chennai Super Kings player should be dropped and the Delhi
Yes.
Capitals player should be picked instead of Jadeja. Let's see. Obviously, we'll play these three ODIs because there is no Jadeja in the squad. But I think that was a good clarification on Ajit Agarkar's part, saying that Ravindra Jadeja has not been dropped, and it's pretty straightforward as well. I think. Talking about the T20I squad as well, I think the other things which Ajit Agarkar or even Gautam Gambhir talked about was that the openers, I think he spoke that unfortunately you can select only 15 players, and that's something which they have been doing, the selectors and this selection panel with Ajit Agarkar in place, saying that we just pick 15 because that's what you can pick for a World Cup or for a Champions Trophy or for an ICC event. So what they are doing is just picking 15, and that's why players like Ruturaj Gaikwad, Abhishek Sharma unfortunately had to miss out. Apart from that, I think Gautam Gambhir mentioned that as much as players can be available, should be available for the formats. He was talking about the batters, but at the same time, if you're talking about fast bowlers, he said if they have played enough cricket, they deserve enough rest, and that's why Jasprit Bumrah has been rested. And I think it's absolutely fair. Jasprit Bumrah should only be playing important matches because he's that important to the Indian team. The toss is in 7 minutes. Surya Kumar Yadav, the new captain, will be out there. So we will discuss a bit more once the 11 is out. But just quickly, let's have a look at the Sri Lanka squad as well, which has been announced. There are a couple of new announcements. Obviously, Vanindu Hasaranga resigned after that disastrous T20 World Cup. Charith Asalanka is the new captain. They can name seven new captains in in the next 7 months, but we will not know. Obviously, Pathum Nisanka, Avishka Fernando is there. Charita Salanka, the captain, as we spoke. Kamindu Mendes, Dasun Shanaka, Vanindu Hasaranga is playing, obviously. Dunit Vellalage, the left arm spinner. Kusal Pereira, Kusal Mendes, Dinesh Chandimal, the three wicket keepers. Mahesh Tikshna, Matisha Patirana, Binaru Fernando, the left armer. Dilshan Madhushanka, the left armer. And Asita Fernando, the right arm pacer. So who misses out? Nuwan Tusara is ruled out, if I'm not wrong. Tushmanta Chamira has been ruled out. So this is the current squad. Uh, Advait, what do you make of this squad? I think the bowling still looks pretty good. You have Hasaranga, you have Patirana, you have Tikshna, and Tilshan Madhushanka as well with the new ball is a threat. So four good bowlers. If they get it right,
Even
they
like
could
Nuwan Tachar is ruled out, right? I think.
ruled out. So
Yes.
if they get it right, they could restrict India to a decent enough total, which can be chaseable because, as I spoke, these four bowlers look world class, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. Because even the average score here suggests that it's 160, 170 pitch. It's not
Mhm.
more. It's not like a 200 pitch.
Mhm.
So if yes, this is definitely a good bowling side. So if they can somehow manage to restrict India around that 150, 160 mark, they do definitely have a really good chance. Because considering the Indian bowling, it does not look that threatening. Because there would be Washington Sundar, there would be
Correct.
Akshar Patel. Ravi
Yeah.
Bishnoi is new to yes, Ravi Bishnoi is a good bowler, but he is new to the international circuit.
Yeah.
Then there's Arshdeep Singh and Mohammad Siraj. Mohammad Siraj is a total beast against the Sri Lanka, but considering his recent form, is not picking up wickets. Arshdeep will pick up wickets, but he will leak runs. So I guess that if somehow they manage to get India to 150, 160 restricted, it will be a great game.
Yeah, let's see. I think Hasaranga and most of these bowlers, also with the big mega auction coming up, might want to just throw the name in the hat saying that we are available because not everybody is going to be retained apart from Matisha Patirana. I see only Patirana being retained in the mega auction because he's that good a bowler. I think Tikshna obviously will be released. Dilshan Madhushanka unfortunately couldn't play for Mumbai Indians and others as well. Talking about their batting as well, just quickly, I think they have the talent. They have, I wouldn't say quality as of now, but these players can become quality players. I mean, I've been seeing Kusal Mendes for the last 5 years, and he has played some of the incredible innings, but he doesn't go to that next level which you talk about, managing maintaining consistency. Apart from that, Kusal Pereira is one of those players which I am a big fan of. He played that incredible innings in South Africa, even though it was in the test format, but it was as good as Ben Stokes innings in the Ashes. So he's one of
Yes.
the players I would watch out for. Kamindu Mendes is good. Charita Salanka, the captain, and Patum Nisanka and Avishka Fernando looks a good opening combination as well. I think Nisanka as well is a pretty good player. He has a double hundred in the ODI format. Not many know of. But this batting lineup, if the Indian bowlers once again don't get it right, this batting lineup can get a good total. As you say, 150, 160, 170 can be chased down if their bowlers do good.
Yeah, definitely. Because Kushal Mendes and Kushal Pereira, I guess they have been around the circuit for 6 to 7 years.
Correct.
These yes, so they both are that young. I guess they both are just that aggressive brand. They just bring that aggressive brand of cricket to the table. They just go all out from ball number one. So yes, that's interesting to watch. I guess they should. Is Rajapaksa dropped because I haven't seen him from I guess last 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't see him in the T20 World Cup as
Yes,
well. He was part of the IPL, in the IPL for the
for
Punjab
the
Kings.
Punjab.
And he looked like a $1 million player, didn't he? Like in
Yes.
the couple of games, he was scoring 30 of 12 and coming in and smashing a couple of sixes. And he looked really good, left-hander
Yes.
again. So it's quite strange that he is not part of the team. I'm not sure what's the issue with that, because Sri Lanka cricket, you can never predict anything.
Yeah, because definitely Kushal Mendes, Kushal Pereira, I guess these two guys have had a lot of talent, but it's like they have not been able to completely get off the right foot because it's like they would be playing just one or two magnificent innings and then they just disappear for the next 10 to 12 innings. They won't be scoring runs. So
Yeah.
that inconsistency thing is there with the Sri Lankan batting lineup. If somehow they find it like if even one or two batsmen get going in each and every match, then this can be a really good team. Considering that their bowling would always do fine. Considering they do have some decent enough bowlers for the T20I setup. The main problem would be their batting. I guess if somehow this batting gets to that 150, 160, they could get good matches out.
Yeah, I don't know. I look at this call and I feel that this team has the ability to go to the next level. There are players, as we speak, the bowlers. The bowling is right up there. Hasaranga is a player who everybody wants in the T20 circuit. In the IPL, he has gone for big money previously, obviously not in the last auction. But again, he can bat as well, bats at number 6. Tikshna and Patirana, the CSK boys, we all know. Tikshna, not that great a bowler, but he still is a good bowler. He does his job, bowls in the power play, bowls the tough overs. Patirana, we obviously know how good he is. And then Madhushanka, we have seen with the new ball, can be lethal as well. So these four bowlers, Tusara, Nuan Tusara, once he comes back, Dushmanta Chamira was picked in the IPL. So see the bowling attack is there. And as we discussed, I think the batting, if they can take it to the next level, the likes of the Kusal Mendes, the Kusal Pereiras, Charita Salanka, if they can somehow get Bhanuka Rajapaksha back, then they might have a good team for the 2026 T20 World Cup, because it's not only in India. It's in India, Sri Lanka, and obviously Sri Lanka will play all their games in Sri Lanka. So if they can get the conditions right with two spinners, Hasaranga, Vellalage, sorry, three spinners, and Tikshna, you never know this batting lineup. If it does decently, they can get it to the next level and get to the semis. Do you see that if they get a good coach in the next couple of years and they maintain consistency in selection as well? You can't have two players suddenly out of the team, even if they are performing, and suddenly new players are coming in. All that doesn't work. Never will work. So,
I guess the
eh,
best part about yes,
mhm.
yes,
Yeah, go
Sandeep.
ahead. Yeah,
Yes, yes. I guess the best part about T20 is that it does not require 3 to 4 batsmen on a day. I guess
correct,
if one batsman has a good day, he can win you matches.
correct.
Especially in conditions where the score would be just 150, 160. You just need one good innings. One batsman scoring at 80 or 50 or 80 or 45 types, and you can get to that 150, 160 mark. Other batsmen just chipping around. So that's what I'm saying. If each and every batsman say yes, we are getting 5 matches. If each and every batsman just has one day on each and every days of these days, then I guess they do have a pretty good bowling lineup to cover for their weakness in the batting. So they might go to the next stage, considering their all the league matches would be at home.
Yeah,
So I I guess they should do it because considering the home conditions, their bowling attack. Because in such conditions, we had even seen in USA where where the scores wouldn't be that high. It would be around 130, 140. It's more of like your bowling unit that needs to perform, and they
Yeah.
do have the bowling to restrict to restrict the oppositions to that 130, 140. It's just up to the batsman now to get to that 130, 140. And if one of them has that, they can very well go to the next leg to the semis.
Yeah. I think if they have a game plan in place for the next 2 years, a good coach comes in. I think Chris Silver would resign. I'm not sure who's the new coach, but if a good coach comes in, if he has good game plans, if he can build around this team, I think this team has the talent to say make the knockout stages or the semis in the next T20 World Cup. Because as you say, it's mostly about the bowling and then a couple of batters stepping up on that day. They have the bowlers. They have four good bowlers. Nuwan Thusara comes back. They have five good bowlers. And then I think with the likes of the Shanaka and a couple of others who can chip in with the ball and bat, I think it could be a good side because that's what you need in the T20 format. You need players who can do a bit of both. So yeah, as we speak, Sri Lanka won the toss and opted to field, which means India will bat first. Uh, I don't
I
know.
guess
I'm not sure
the
what to make of that
yes,
decision. Yeah.
because the stats say that the batting first team has one more, and the average batting first team score is 167, and for I guess batting second is 149. I guess.
Probably due because it's the subcontinent. I'm not sure. But as we speak, Ben Stokes has been dismissed as well. So the partnership has been broken. Alzari Joseph, West Indies vice captain, picked up Ben Stokes. That was Alzari Joseph's 100th Test wicket as well. So congratulations
But I
to
guess
him.
that was 16 runs behind, just 15 balls, but 16 runs before.
Yeah, I mean they score so quickly that you never know. Joe Root, on the other hand, has reached 71. Let's see if he can get to another 100 and get back to back hundreds. He scored a century in the last match as well. 32nd Test century. Can he get his 33rd Test century? I'm not jinxing it. Come on, I'm not jinxing
Can he
it.
get to that 45 mark? Who's the second number? I guess it's
I think
Kalis,
it's
right?
Jack Callis with 45 test
Yes,
centuries. I
yes,
think
it's Kalis 45.
45 is possible. 30,
Yes,
say 33 right now, 33 by
so
the end
12
of this
more
year.
in
12
5
in the
years.
next 5 years. I think that's definitely
Yes,
possible. 50 looks a bit of a stretch at this point. Uh, 50 looks a bit of a
yes,
stretch, I think.
45.
But the runs tally is definitely right. Is might be broken, but at the same time, Jamie Smith is smacked a 4 and a 6. Okay, one was off the edge and a 6 was nailed.
After it
Uh,
is Sangakkara, I guess, on 38, if I'm seeing it
Third
correctly.
is
So it's
Sangakara or
38.
okay, Sangakara. Sangakara is one of my favorite batters. I don't know.
Yes, classic left-handed batsman.
Yeah, I mean batting at number three. You look at his test average, you'll be shocked, and you look at the number of double hundreds he has scored, you'll be
No, it's
even
Ricky
more
Ponting.
shocked.
Sorry, it's Ricky Ponting.
Ricky
41.
Ponting with 41.
Yes,
Okay, Ricky
41.
Ponting recently parted ways with Delhi Capitals as the head coach, and we still waiting on who is the new head coach. But according to the rumors, it's Saurav Ganguly. Let's quickly discuss about this Indian team as well because the teams are coming out. Dubey, Samson, Khalil, and Washington are the four players to miss out.
Dubey.
Dubey is missing out, which means Gill and Yashasvi will open. I think Pant will bat at 3, Surya at 4, Rinku at 5, Hardik at 6. And the bowling attack is basically Aksar Patel. Sundar misses out, which is
Yes.
strange. So Aksar at 7, Bishnoi at 8, Arshdeep Singh at 9, Mohammad Siraj at
Is the
10, and Ravi
Riyan
Bishnoi.
Parag is also there. Riyan
Oh,
Parag
sorry.
misses out.
Rian Parag is
Yes.
picked, is what it seems
Yes.
then. Rian Parag is picked ahead of Shivam Dubey and Sanju Samson, which gives an extra bowling option. But how many
And I won't be
bowlers?
surprised even if Riyan Parag is picked in ODI squad. If he's picked now.
He is picked in your. You mean the ODI 11
Yes, ODI
at
11.
number
Because,
6? Because we
yes,
spoke that the number 6 position is open. I think they're grooming Rian Parag to be the next big thing or something like not a big thing I would say, but because he bats and bowls and he is a pretty good talent, I think they're looking at him
yes.
in the future. So let's see how that goes. I think these are the matches where you can give players opportunities, so it's not a bad thing. But at the same time, I feel bad for Sanju Samson who just doesn't get games. He got a couple in Zimbabwe, where he
Means
got to
Hardik
bat.
is our fifth player, right? Hardik is our fifth bowler.
Hardik and Parag. Yeah, I mean Hardik and Parag will bowl 4 overs together. Hardik can bowl four all together as well, because you have Ravi Bishnoi, Arshdeep Singh, Mohammad Siraj, and Akshar Patel as the four bowlers, the four frontline bowlers, and then Hardik and Rian as the fifth and sixth bowlers. So yeah, no Shivam Dubey as well. So yeah, as you
Even
say,
no
Hardik
Sundar.
might have to bowl four if Rian Parag is not bowling. So yeah, and definitely India are bowling second, so they might have to defend the score. Depends on how much they score. That's the squad for India. That's the 11 for India. India bat first as we speak. Jaiswal and Gill will open, and then you have the rest of the batting lineup as we discussed, with Rinku Singh getting a chance in the first 11 after a while. He was not part of the T20 World Cup. Did play the Zimbabwe T20. I hardly got to bat, but then and then now will play instead of Shivam Dube. Interesting selection.
Yes.
Yeah, we will keep talking about the Indian team as we get some more news, if we get some more news. But let's also discuss about the IPL retention rumors. So first of all, there is a lot of discussion about the coaches. Let's get into that. I think a couple of teams need a new coach. First of all, uh, Delhi Capitals, but what I'm hearing is Saurav Ganguly, who was the mentor, might just be the full-time coach. Secondly, the whole coaching staff of Kolkata Knight Riders has been poached by BCCI, so there are gonna be a lot of changes there. They have their coach there. If anybody remembers, Chandrakant Pandit was their coach, not Gautam Gambhir. But a big mentor has left. Abhishek Nair has left. Rant and Doskate has left. So you never know what's happening
Morkel
there.
is also leaving, right?
Yeah,
They're
but
bowling.
Morkel is with LSG. Morkel is with
Okay, Morkel
LSG.
is LSG. Okay.
At LSG, he worked with Gambhir at LSG.
There's Balaji. KKR at
I think
KKR at Balaji. Yes, I
Yeah,
guess.
I think Balaji or Vinay Kumar, one of those, because they were in the talks to be the bowling coach. So Kolkata Knight Riders need a new coach. From what I've heard, Punjab Kings are parting ways with Trevor Bayliss, and they're looking for an Indian coach, and who is available in the market. Also, sorry, I missed out.
Gujarat also. Yes.
Ashish Nehra and Vikram Solanki from the Gujarat Titans might be leaving. So there is a lot of people who are leaving, and the news is that maybe Yuvraj Singh might be considered there, because he has a good relationship with Gill. He has been his mentor as well. But to be honest, I haven't seen Yuvraj Singh as a coach anywhere. I mean, he has no coaching experience. So let's see how that goes. First of all, Advait, what do you make of this? So many coaches leaving, but we have the ever constant Stephen Fleming. I won't be surprised. I will just put it out there. I won't be surprised if Mumbai Indians also leave Mark Boucher, because he has had 2 seasons, 3 seasons now, no results at all. What do you make of that? And he doesn't look like a big figure in the Mumbai Indians dressing setup as well. So, do you think that as well? And the news which I all mentioned right now, like the Gujarat Titans won, the Punjab Kings won, and all that stuff.
I guess there were rumors that Mumbai Indians is also in talks with Rahul Dravid. I don't know
Rahul
if you.
Dravid, yeah,
Yes,
maybe
so there
I
were
heard
talks
that.
that Mumbai Indians are talking with Rahul Dravid. Gujarat Titans are talking with Rahul Dravid. Basically, each and every franchise which had lost the coaches are in talk with Rahul Dravid.
Yeah.
So there were news that even Mumbai Indians is talking, which was quite surprising.
Hmm.
But if Mumbai Indians are in talks, it means that they are not having that speed in Mark Poucher. Considering last time, I guess Mumbai won the trophy was way back in 2021, right?
2020, 2020.
Okay, 2020. Yes, so 2020. So it has been 4 years, and Mumbai is one of the goat franchises.
Correct.
So I guess 4 years, 4 years of trophy drought is a big deal for Mumbai Indians. So they are looking for a change. They changed the captain. Now they might even change the coaching staff because last year was not the best for them. So they might just go for someone else. They might try to bring in an Indian coach who can gel up with Sachin Tendulkar and take those things in the right direction. So I guess that's why there are talks that Rahul Dravid, because Rahul Sachin,
That
it
would be a
seems.
great combination,
Yes.
wouldn't it? Sachin and Dravid. Sachin as the mentor or the icon, whatever they call him,
Yes.
and Rahul Dravid as the coach. That would be fantastic.
Yes, that's why I guess so. That's why there were talks, but the same might go in for the Delhi Capitals because I guess Rahul Dravid was a Delhi Capitals.
He
Rahul
was at
Dravid
Delhi
along with, yes,
Capitals.
Rahul Dravid, Saurav Ganguly.
And yeah, and he was forced to leave Delhi Capitals
Yes,
because he became India A coach and under 19, and there was that conflict of interest. Because at one point, if I remember correctly, Delhi Capitals had exactly the same players who were
yes,
playing for India A. It was Shreyas Iyer, it was Rishabh Pant, it was Karun Nair, it was Sanju Samson, and a couple
yes.
more, if I'm not
2018.
wrong. Yeah, 20
2018 or
20
2016? 2016, I guess.
2016,
Yes,
2017, around
2016.
that
Yes,
time. 2018 is when he was forced to leave and Ricky
yes,
Ponting came in. So yeah, Rahul Dravid is definitely available in the market, and
yes.
I think this opportunity will work perfectly for him, because I think his son is also playing cricket, so he doesn't want to give all
He
the
just
10
made his
months.
listed debut, I guess. His
Yeah,
son.
yeah, he doesn't want to give all 10 months to a coaching role. So I think this 2-month role will work perfectly, where he will get enough money and he can work with youngsters at some teams,
And
in
don't
some
forget,
teams.
he's just the World Cup winning coach.
Yeah, that definitely helps on your CV, World Cup winning coach, so you can be available. I mean, all teams will be interested in having Rahul Dravid. I also heard that Rajasthan Royals might be interested in Rahul Dravid because he was with
Yes.
them previously. But I think they have a good thing going in with Kumar Sangakkara and Sanju Samson. I think that should continue. And as we see these new teams like the Gujarat Titans or even Punjab Kings, see, Punjab Kings changes their coach every 2 years. The only thing they don't change is the owners. So because the captain is going to change again this year, it's not going to be Shikhar Dhawan. So
It's Sam
that
Curran.
keeps on yeah, that keeps on changing. So with Punjab Kings, let's not discuss. As long as they don't call us as an analyst, they're not going anywhere. So yeah, coming back to
Uh,
the point, yeah,
yes.
yes, go ahead. Yeah, you
Even with Gujarat, is there Gujarat Titans? The stock deal is it completed that Adani was gonna buy? Is that
Yeah,
that
that is
com-
a rumor going around. I mean, I'm not sure if it's a rumor or it might be true, because Adani definitely was interested in buying an IPL franchise. They had bid in that envelope bidding, but couldn't outbid CVC Capital. So if CVC Capital is selling the franchise, Adani will be interested. They have bought that women's Gujarat
Yes,
franchise, so
it is not
definitely they
doing
will
good.
be interested. Yeah, they come last or not? They
Yes.
come last in the last 2 seasons.
Yes, but I
So yeah.
don't like the idea of split cap of these two owners, because I guess that's the same stuff in Delhi Capitals where
Yeah,
2 years one owner would take decision and another 2 years
correct,
another.
correct, correct, correct.
So that doesn't work because the team's environment can't, because the team players won't be having that fit that yes I would be retained, because 1 year there's another management, another year there's another management, so that doesn't go well with me. But you never know, it might work with Gujarat ones.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think even if you have different owners, I think the person who's taking decisions should be same, like for the all the years. You can't have, like as you said, 2 years one person will run the team, next 2 years another person will run a team, because then there is no continuity. As we talked about, then there needs to be continuity in these teams. But what do you make of Yuvraj Singh as Gujarat Titans coach? If it happens, he has worked with Shubman Gill as a mentor. Do you see that happening, first of all? And I mean, I heard Yuvraj Singh doing commentary in this T20 World Cup for a couple of games. He was called as an guest commentator, and he had absolutely no interest in the game. I mean, I don't know. He was not paying attention to the game, is what I believe. And I don't know. What do you make of it? Yuvraj Singh as a coach?
Yuvraj Singh's attitude, I don't think that it goes in for a coach's attitude, because he has that arrogance, a
Mhm.
sort of that arrogance in Yuvraj Singh. I don't think that arrogance goes in with any coach, because if you see the coaches which have been successful for Indian team or for the IPL franchises, it's Stephen Fleming, be it Gary Cutson or be it Ashish Nehra for the Gujarat Titans for the 2 years. I don't see these people have any sort of arrogance. They don't carry any sort of those that attitude that I am the best. They just means it's more of like they are ready for suggestion from the captain. They're ready for suggestions from other people, the other assistant coach. But that doesn't seem to be the case with Yuvraj Singh. I do have that personal POV for Yuvraj Singh. I don't know whether it's true or not, but it seems from his attitude that he's way full of himself than he should be. I do think it that way. So I don't think that Yuvraj Singh as the coach would do justice, would be a great deal of justice for this team, for this Gujarat franchise.
I mean, I agree with you to a certain extent. I don't think he has it in him to be a good coach. Let's see. let's not assume things. Let's see how it goes. If he becomes the coach, obviously these are just rumors. But the other rumors now, the player things, the player retentions and all that stuff is going on. And if I'm not wrong, 31st July is the decided date for the meeting with the franchisee owners. A lot of teams have a lot of options. If I'm not wrong, the Kolkata Knight Riders CEO Venki Mysore has suggested just one retention and eight right to match cards. Now, logically that sounds good. I mean, logically, that the logic behind that is good, is what I'm trying to say, because what he's trying to say is that every player gets a market value, and no team decides anything, like no specific team decides a value for a player, which makes sense. But you can't have all the players in the auction. I mean, there will be teams who will increase the price because you just know that you are going to retain a certain player, and then the other teams will increase the price. And then, as you know, when the prices are increased, then the prices can go at any point. Even though it's a mega auction, if somebody like a Jasprit Bumrah comes in the auction, you might see the hammer going up till 32 crores. So I don't think that the idea is feasible, even though the
I
logic
guess
behind that
yes.
makes sense. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
guess you are talking from his team's POV because I don't see
Yeah,
any
his
superstar in
for
the.
his for
Yes,
his team it works perfectly, because there won't be a player who will go around that
yes,
15-20 mark, barring Mitchell Stark if he's available for this IPL. But there won't be look at like a Venkatesh Iyer, a Shreyas Iyer, a
Rinku
Nitish
Singh,
Rana, a Rinku Singh. All these are
a
mid-range
Chakravarti type
players.
bowler.
Correct,
Yes,
Chakravarti. All these are mid, so it works perfectly for Kolkata Knight Riders, but it doesn't work for superstar players like for a
and the
Virat
best
Kohli.
part for Kolkata is that Phil Short, Andre Russell, or Sunil Narine. I don't think many franchises would be interested in even them because they are towards the later stage of the innings. So I guess they will get those players around quite cheap, around 8 to 9 crores. So it works very
Exactly,
good for them.
exactly. Yeah.
But the teams which are finished at the bottom, like Mumbai, or even if you pick up like a team like Punjab, or I guess only Mumbai, Punjab, and I guess a bit to even Hyderabad, their players would go for big monies because
Yeah, and it doesn't work for the superstar players, right? Because say a team like Mumbai Indians has at least three big India players, and if you can just retain one, the
I
other
can
two
tell you
big.
four.
I mean, there are four, but it's pretty evident that Rohit Sharma won't be part. So
Okay.
in the next year, that's why I'm saying three who might be retained or who will be considered for retention. And if you can retain only one, the other two will be in the auction. And these are big superstar India players. They will go for huge prices. So it doesn't work for other teams. It might work perfectly for Kolkata Knight Riders, but I don't think it's feasible with eight right to match cards and all that stuff. I think, what's the ideal combination for you? Do you want to have retentions plus right to match, or you just want to have say six retentions? What's your number?
I I am a huge fan of the. I guess it was 3-2 previously. I guess in the 2018 or
2018,
22.
yeah, it was
Yes,
3-2.
3-2.
Yeah.
I was a huge fan of that because you do have three retentions and right to match cards.
Mhm, mhm.
So your three retentions you could get that 15, 12, 10. So 27,
15
37
11
crores.
7, 15 11
Okay,
7.
yes, 15, 11, 7. So I guess even the talks are for raising the money,
Yeah,
raising the
I think
purse.
the purse is going to go to 120
Yes,
crore, out of
yes,
which 15 crore comes to us. That they didn't mention that, but that's also
yes.
true. Yeah.
Yes, 15, 11, 7. So even 18, 33 crores. So, and your right to match card, you can give around say 15 crores another. So 48 crores. That's quite a great thing if you're getting 48 crores on five players. Five of your best players are still retained. So I guess 3 and 2 rule, it suits, it is quite perfect because 3 and 2. So with that rule, you are even interested in investing in players because you can carry forward with your five players. So that allows franchises to invest in a way longer in youngsters for longer period of time because if you are having an option to retain your five players, not directly retain but 3 plus 2, it means basically retention if you do have five quality players. Like for Mumbai, if they can do retention for 3 and 2 RTM, so Bumrah, Hardik, and Sky would be retained, and then either of Tim David or Ishan
Tilak
Kishan
Verma.
or Tilak
Tilak
Verma.
Verma.
Yes, so either of these three they can add RTM for the two players. So it would be great for Mumbai Indians because they are a franchise who usually invest on youngsters. So it would be fair on them rather than for a team like CSK who usually go for players more experienced players like 31 to 32. So it won't make much of a difference to them because they can have their three retentions and then they won't be using the RTM if they don't need it. So it makes more of a sense to RTM with 3 plus 2. I am a fan of 3 plus 2 theory, basically.
Yeah, I liked it in 2018. They didn't keep it in 2022 because two new teams were coming in. That's why they didn't have the RTM thing, because the two new teams obviously don't have any players to right to match. So that's why the right to match card was discarded in the last mega auction 2022. It was there in 2018. It was there in 2015, 2014, 2015 as well. So the right to match card, I think I would just make a suggestion. I would make 4 plus 2 instead of 3 plus 2. Uh, and if you have only three players to retain, then you can have 3 plus 3. I would do something like that, which obviously you can play around with that, but I think it makes sense to have like uh, X number of retained players and then a bit less number of right to match. I think that makes a lot of sense, because then you can retain your big superstars, and then the other players who you had a doubt about whether you want to retain or not, you can decide on the price they go at, and then use your right to match card. 31st July is the meeting. After that, BCCI will come up with a solution, because many teams are suggesting, some have suggested up to 8 retentions, which
And
is
we know who is
obviously
the
a,
team.
sorry.
And we definitely know who is that team.
Who
It
is
should
it?
be
Who is
MI.
it?
It
I
should be
think it
MI.
is MI. I think it is MI, because I
It
don't
should be
see,
MI.
because Punjab Kings is not suggesting 8 retentions for sure.
I don't see any other team suggesting 8 retentions.
Yeah, I
It
think,
can be RR, but can it be RR?
yeah,
Let's
RR
see.
can suggest 8. They have at least 6 players who can be retained. I
Yes.
think Sanju Samson, Chehel, Jaiswal, Butler, Hetmeyer. There are 5. You have
Bolt,
Avesh. Sorry, not Bolt. Sorry, Bolt 6.
Hetmeyer.
Yeah, Hetmeyer accounted, so that's 6. And
Okay, then you can go either in for a type of
Rian,
Ashwin player. You
Rian
can go,
Parag,
yes,
Rian
Rian
Parag,
7.
7, yeah. And then, yeah, I
Then
mean,
either
they
of
can get to
Ashwin
it.
or yes, yes,
Yeah,
they
they
can get to
can
that
get
8
to
mark.
it. They can get to it, but not all teams can get to it. I don't think even Sunrisers Hyderabad, who reached the final,
Yes,
can get to it. They have like 4 good players, I would say, like Hendrik Klassen definitely, Travis Head definitely, Abhishek Sharma definitely, Nitish
the
Kumar Reddy
captain.
if he remains uncapped. I'm not sure if Pat Cummins is going to be available. I'm
He
putting
will be
it out there.
available, I guess. He
It's
will
an
be available.
you have the BGT right now, and then you have the Ashes
But
next
because
year.
yes, but because the World Cup will be in India, T20 World Cup,
That's also true.
2026.
Yeah, and I think that's before the IPL, next IPL,
Yes,
next 2026 IPL. So yeah,
yes.
yeah,
So you will be having only one IPL, so 14 minutes. It will be interesting.
yeah.
If
So
important, I guess.
yeah, so then I think Pat Cummins. So they have 5 players who they can play around, but not definitely not 8. So I think 8 retentions is only the Mumbai Indians team which are suggesting. But it would be interesting. It will be a lot of permutations and combinations for all the teams to look out for. Let's quickly about the player rumors. KL Rahul leaving LSG. Do you think it's true or not?
I do think it should be true because the way KL was treated in LSG, especially in the last
Hmm.
4 to 5 matches, he was made
Hmm.
to drop the captaincy and all those stuff. I do think he should leave the LSG. He should leave LSG team.
I
He should
think
definitely
LSG
leave.
is leaving KL Rahul. What do you make of that?
It might also be true because they do have a captaincy option in Nicholas Puran, so it might also be true.
Yeah, they have already promoted Nicholas Puran at the Durban Super Giants, and also I think they have got their player there. I think he's definitely leaving LSG.
Yes.
But the other rumor, he's moving to RCB. I don't think there's a trade window before the mega auction, is there?
I don't know because even there are rumors for Rishabh Pant going to Chennai Super Kings. He's
Yeah,
going to RCB.
that's making the news as well.
So if there's no trade window, then how are
Then
these
you are
rumors?
just hoping for that they will buy him
Yes,
in the auction, like for KL Rahul or for like Rishabh Pant. But
but KL Rahul in RCB, I don't see that as a good option because KL Rahul and Virat Kohli at the top. It makes me
6 overs,
remember of
44 for
the
no loss. 6 overs,
yeah
44 for no
2021
loss.
T20 World Cup. I am not a fan of that stuff because KL Rahul and Virat Kohli, no one will
What
go
about KL Rahul
bonkers.
at 5 in the RCB setup? KL Rahul at
Then it
5
would be a
instead
great
of Dinesh
yes, then it would
Karthik,
be a great
because,
option.
yeah, Karthik is leaving, right?
Yes, it
Anyways, I
can be
mean,
a
he
great
left
option.
already. He left, yeah.
Yes,
So, yeah, that
because
option
KL
you're
Rahul,
keeping it open, yeah.
yes, because if KL Rahul bats that, then he doesn't have any option rather than going bonkers. And
Hmm.
if he can go bonkers, he is a really well talented batsman. So
Hmm.
I do think that's a good option.
Yeah. Next rumor, Rohit Sharma leaving MI. I don't think it's a rumor. I think it's
It's a
definite
fact.
news. Yeah, it's confirmed news. Are you
Yes.
also like agreeing with me on that?
Yes, definitely. Because I don't see Rohit Sharma staying there because he's the
Mhm.
like Rahul Dravid is the World Cup winning coach. Rohit Sharma is the World Cup winning captain. So if you are not making your World Cup winning captain your franchisee captain, you are giving the captaincy to someone who is not even current Indian captain, not the previous World Cup winning captain. So there's something going wrong in the Mumbai Indians camp.
Yeah. Next rumor quickly. Surya and Bumrah also leaving Mumbai Indians.
Surya and Bumrah, I don't see that happening.
But don't you think Surya will have captaincy ambitions if he's not giving given captaincy in Mumbai Indians? He will definitely say that I might be a captain in some other franchise. I will leave this franchise. Do you see that as a possibility?
Let's just put it in one frame. If you are giving 20 crores extra, then who wants the captaincy?
That's also true.
100.
But let's just start a rumor. Surya in RCB
Yes.
is going to bat at number three as the captain. Surya at RCB bat at number three as the captain. Kohli to
Okay.
open, Surya at number three. This is the new
With
rumor.
care
Let's
at
just
5.
start. KL at five. I think they have
Okay,
the money to
definitely.
buy everyone.
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And Bumrah at number 8 or 9.
Bumrah nine. Yeah. Bumrah and Siraj.
Bumrah is going to Gujarat. That's even one rumor. I am hearing. I
Is
don't
that
know
true?
from where. I'm getting a rumor that Bumrah might go to Gujarat with Bumrah being made the captain. That's a rumor. I am hearing it.
Yeah, because Kevin yesterday on our chat was suggesting that Bumrah might have captaincy ambitions. And see, he can't
Definitely.
be the Indian captain at this point because he doesn't play all the games. The only way he can be a captain is an IPL captain because he will play all the games if he's fit. So, do you think he also has captaincy ambitions?
I guess he must have the captaincy ambition because there's no player like Bumrah currently in the world. So if you are the best, then why not have the captaincy ambition?
Pat
Because you
Cummins,
can have
whatever Pat Cummins can do, Bumrah can do it better, right?
yes, definitely he can. He has even started bonking the balls out of the park, Bumrah. So he can do better, definitely.
So Bumrah as a captain in some franchises is what we are looking at. See, these are just rumors. Nothing of this is true. We will only know when the retentions come in. Do we have any more rumors? Obviously, we'll come to the big rumor, which is Rishabh Pant to CSK. Do you see that happening? Do you want it to happen?
On a serious note, I do want it to happen,
Okay,
but then there's the question: where will Pant play? Because there's no place
he
in the
can bat at
opening.
number four, right?
At number 3, there's Rachin.
I mean, I don't see everybody getting retained at CSK. If Pant comes to CSK, you will have Gaikwad, Pant, Jadeja and Patirana if there are four retentions. I think these and
Okay.
Shivam Dube might be a right to match or something like that.
Yeah,
Because
so
then,
he can play in at the number 3 role, which he plays for.
yeah.
Because if he's playing for at number 3 for India, I don't see him batting at a lower spot than number 3. But
Mm-hmm.
I do want to Rishabh Pant at number 3, but I'm not a fan of Rishabh Pant playing in Chennai because he's not a great player of spin to be
Mm-hmm.
on a
Mm-hmm.
serious note.
Makes
Not
sense.
he's a great player of spin in Test matches, but he's not a great player of
Yeah.
spin in T20s or ODIs.
Yeah.
So at Chepok, I'm not sure how will we perform, but that's what CSK does to the player who are not who don't have the best of the T20 batting averages. They just bring them in. They just get the best out of them. So if it happens for Rishabh Pant, I guess that's a great plus for Team India also. If he
Mm-hmm.
comes to Chennai and he gets that motto back of scoring those big 50s or big hundreds, not big hundreds, the big 50s or hundreds in the T20s. So it will be a great thing for Team India, and even for CSK, considering MSD should retire this year.
If there are six retentions, he's not retiring. He'll play another season.
I am just suggesting as a MST fan he should retire. I guess he's having each and everything that one player can dream of. His fans
Yeah.
are happy. Yes, we
I
wanted a
think
fairy tale ending.
2023 was the best
Yes.
opportunity when they had won, and it was in Ahmedabad, obviously, but they had won. I think that was the best opportunity. Unfortunately, he didn't retire at that point. But let's see. But if Pant goes to CSK, who's the captain then?
I guess the rumors were that Rishabh Pant just wants the number one retention and Ruturaj would be the captain. He doesn't have any
Oh,
captaincy desires, Rishabh Pant.
let's see.
There
Let's
were those
see.
rumors.
And last question: where is Rohit Sharma going? He's going in the auction, or he's going to get traded before the if there is a trade window. Again, I'm not sure about the
I
trade
just
window.
don't want him to go to Punjab.
Yeah, that
Otherwise,
would
he
be
can
a
go to
bad
any team. I
combination.
don't mind. because he
Yeah,
will make that team a IPL qualifying team. Rohit Sharma
yeah,
has that capacity, this captaincy skills. I just don't want him to go to Punjab because each and every player who has played for Punjab has spoken bad of them, be it Virender Sehwag or be it any other player. If you ask them, they are not fan of the team environment that Punjab provides to them.
yeah. So hopefully Rohit Sharma doesn't go to Punjab. I don't know who wants to go to Punjab apart from Arshdeep Singh. I mean, he will be retained, so he has to play for Punjab, unfortunately. That's it for today. The match starts in a couple of minutes. Yashasvi Jaiswal and Shubman Gill will open the innings along with the rest batting lineup. Palakeli International Cricket Stadium. Quick predictions. How much will India score?
The
First,
matches
batting
started,
first.
I guess. Matches started already.
Yeah, I
It's the first
mean,
ball boundary for Jaiswal.
mine is a bit slow because it's
Yes.
in US. But quickly, how
Yes.
much will India score?
170?
172. I'll go with 178. Okay, thank you. That's it for today. We'll be back next week with the discussion about the India Sri Lanka series. Hopefully, BCCI announces the retention rules by then, and we can have some fun in discussing who is getting retained, who is getting released, who will be in the auction, and whatnot. Thank you very
Yes.
much. We have a couple of comments. First ball, 4 from Jaiswal, 200, says Shabby. Shabby's prediction is 200 for today. Let's see. Thank you very much. Do like, share, and subscribe. End stream. Bye.